Today I messed up by saying hello to a lonely-looking girl. As with most stories on here, this is from my teen years. Long story, but that's what you're here for, right? Some preface to get you up to speed. I was 18, just graduated from high school. I had a fairly nice office job for the summer. My friend's dad got me and my friend a job in the mailroom there. Nothing too demanding, just sort out the mail and cart it around, handing it out to the appropriate people. Collect mail and send it out. Easy job, good pay to fund my summer nights. I had gotten rather buddy-buddy with the CEO and owner of the whole gig. He was a fairly nice guy. Your typical CEO family man, with a picture of him, his wife, and chubby little daughter on his desk. Very ornate wood desk, about like an executive's desk. I was always polite, lot of sir being used by me. He offered to take me in once I was done with college if I couldn't find work. I was rather ecstatic about that. This is where the story begins. It was Labor Day, and I was in our downtown area getting some coffee from Starbucks. My friends had all gone to some vacation destination with their families. My family couldn't quite afford anything at the moment. No big deal. I figured I'd just bum around town. Maybe see a movie. That's when I saw her. Cute blonde girl I had never seen before. She was slim, around 5 feet 5 inches, tan skin, green eyes, nice boobs. Not hot, but very cute. She was just sitting by herself at a table looking lonely and bored. I decided why not, and went over to say hello. Let's get something straight. I'm not very good looking. Think Matthew Lewis, Neville Longbottom, in 2006. Not bad, but not great. So, imagine my surprise when she lights up and looks delighted to talk to me. We hit it off and start talking a lot. We spend the day together talking and stuff. Then things get sexual around dinner. She says how mad she is at her parents for having work errands to run while she's home. And she tells me she wants to do some fantasy she's always had. Her father apparently loves his garage. It's his little man cave with a car working area, woodworking area, and a big leather couch with a big TV. And of course, she want to bang all over it. Being 18 and a man, I couldn't turn it down. She said that her parents would be out all night, and we'd have the place to ourselves for about 3 more hours. I scarfed down my dinner, we got some condoms, and it was off to her place. She started by giving me some amazing head in her dad's recliner. She said she wanted the easy one out, so we could have more fun later. Little break. We did it on her dad's Raleigh thing that you use to go under cars. Another break. I'm not a porn star after all. She tells me she wants to finish this with me bending her over her dad's woodworking bench and freaking her from behind. Naturally, I obliged her request. As we're going at it, she turns and says she wants to try anal. At this point, I'm thanking God for this horny little angel sent to me this Labor Day. We work it in and start off slow. Eventually, she wants it harder, so I go harder, and the bench is banging loudly against the wall. She's moaning, and I'm feeling like some amazing god of butt freaking. Here's the thing. The banging and moaning overpowered the sound of the garage door opening. I'm about to come when I see headlights making our shadow on the wall. And I'm coming in this, girls, but as I hear, "What the fudge are you two freaking doing?" I pull out. Well, fallout is more right because there was no staying hard after hearing an angry dad yell. I turn around and there's my boss. I'm standing naked in front of my boss with jizz and daughter ass dripping off my jerk. This is where I'd like to say that said something epic, slapped his daughter on the ass, and strolled out of there. But really, I just panicked and stumbled for my pants on his chair, pulled them on and ran out of there. No shoes or shirt. Needless to say, I was fired the next day for some trumped-up reason. I never heard from her again. TLDR. Boss caught B but freaking his daughter. Edit. She was also 18. Today I messed up by hooking up with a neo-Nazi. Obligatory, it didn't happen today, but years ago. I met this attractive man at the bar, and one thing led to another and I went back home with him. I am a POC, but I have very light skin and pass for white. We had sex and he was pretty good in bed. I spent the night as it was really late and I was tired. That night I was so caught up in the sexual excitement that I did not pay attention to the surroundings. When I woke up, I was shocked to see the wall decorations. There was a poster of Hitler, a huge swastika, and the numbers 1488 were everywhere. Terrified, I got away from there as soon as possible. Later, I thought maybe he isn't really like that. Maybe he was just into history or something, if that sounds far-fetched. So I looked him up on Facebook and yes, he was exactly what I thought he was. Today I messed up by never washing my arse. Yes, you read that correctly. I grew up in the slums of Birmingham in a low-income household, and I was never taught that you had to wash your arse. For years I've received comments about my stink, but it never occurred to me it was my arse. Primary school was a nightmare. They called me smelly basically every day. Secondary school was even worse. I never had any close friends, and the friends I did have moved on. I've been severely depressed because of this for years. Anyway, one day I saw a Reddit post about someone not knowing you had to wash your arse. I decided after to use body wash in my arse area, and to my pleasure, the crustiness and bunched up hairs were simply washed away. I've felt clean since, which has drastically improved my mental health, and I've been making new friends and new strides in my education. You could say Reddit saved my life. I'm hoping to spread awareness of this issue by posting here. I now wash my arse once a week, and the smell is significantly better. My sheets are less brown too. Today I messed up by accidentally revealing to my roommate that I've been collecting his pubic hair and storing it in a Ziploc bag for the past 2 years. I can no longer put into words what compelled me to start collecting pubic hair from my roommate. I cannot articulate a particular motivation. Compulsion is the term that best fits. It is a genuine compulsion. About 2 years ago is when it began. I was in the shower. Music was playing, because we have one of those speakers that goes on a shower wall. As Echoes by Pink Floyd started, I noticed a few strands of pubic hair on the shower floor. Not my pubic hair, but the pubic hair of my roommate. For some reason, I was completely captivated. I just stared at it. Before I knew it, Echoes was over and the shower water had cooled, but I was still staring at his pubic hair. Without thinking much about it, I finally picked the strands up. I put them into a Ziploc bag. That's how it began. Now, every time I see pubic hair of my roommate, I pick it up and add it to the bag. Over the months, it has started to become pretty full. It's a very good collection. I know it brings my mental condition into question, but I say with all honesty that bag is my most prized possession. When I go to sleep, I put it under the pillow next to me. Every morning I kiss the outside of the bag, just briefly and very tenderly. Putting a new strand into the bag is sort of like a little ritual of mine. It's very comforting. I find that when I become stressed when I am without the bag's presence. Well, I made a horrible error today. Usually when I leave my room, I put the bag under my blanket. I don't know what I was thinking, but today I just left it on top of my pillow and I left my door open. My bad errors coincided with additional bad luck, as when I was in the kitchen, my roommate decided to go into my room to borrow my charger, as he foolishly left his at his office. When I returned to my room, I was horrified to see my roommate standing by my bed looking at my back. I have never in my life experienced such a sensation of overwhelming dread and terror. I could see by the look on his face that he knew it was his own pubic hair. He did not say any words, he just stared at me. The expression on his face will haunt my mind forever. Forever. I tried to explain. I can't even recall everything I said, but I can tell you it was incoherent, rambling, stammering. I know I admitted I'd been doing it for years. I know that. I remember him asking me, the disgust and confusion in his voice, why? I could not answer. I started to leave, turned around and practically begged him, tears in my eyes, to just leave the bag alone. Then I left the apartment. I write this from Starbucks. I am in a state of horrible shame and panic. If he tells other people about this, I do not know how I will ever be able to recover my reputation. I do not even know how I will continue to live with him. I have forced myself to accept that I will no longer be able to collect his hair to add to the bag. But I have to hope that he hasn't thrown it out. That's my fear right now, the safety of the bag. If the bag is safe, I can keep it. I'll always keep it. I swear to you I will keep it forever. If I die when I'm 100 years old, you can bet your ass that bag will be on the pillow next to me. But I am so humiliated. How can I ever face my roommate? It's just too horrible, too awkward. I feel I am drowning in anxiety. I believe that I will write an apology to my roommate. I will leave it on his door, and I will move out when he is at work. In an envelope, I will leave the rent for 2 months. I will move out. I have to move out. But if he tells our friends, I think I will move to an entirely new state. Start fresh. Why couldn't I have just hidden the bag? Today I messed up, got head, interrupted by mother. Definitely a throwaway for this. So me and my girlfriend are in my room, and we start fooling around, getting kinda horny. She puts her hand in my boxers, so I return the favor. Things escalate, and she says she wants to suck my jerk, non-binary. First time oral. I of course love the idea and let her do it. It feels amazing, and I start to get close to coming. Knock. Mom is at the door. Fudge. The doorknob is turning. Crap. And she comes. Luckily, I'm wearing a really baggy hoodie, so covered up my junk quick enough to hide my dignity. It's a nice soft hoodie, and I learned it feels nice on your shaft. Nice enough to finish the job. Now I'm freaking coming and Mom is in the room asking about dinner. As I said earlier, this was my first time getting sucked off, so as you guys can imagine I was exploding at this stage. Mom didn't notice though, and I thought I was safe. However, the force of the ejaculation and the overwhelming feeling of relief meant my hand, holding the bottom of the hoodie, slipped off, and before I could do anything, my mother witnessed my penis spurting man juice all over the place, including directly into my eye. Edit. No, this is not fake. I forget to mention this happened a few years ago when I was 17. I guess boy juice would have been more accurate. Today I messed up by doing the most stupid thing a PC builder can do. Today was the day I actually realized how stupid I am. My cousin came to my house with his new PC's components and asked me to help him building it. I assembled many computers before and I worked in a computer repair shop before, so it should be a walk in the park. Although, overconfident me assembled the parts, tried to power it up, unsurprisingly to any PC builder, it didn't post first try. Had a post code, those beeps. Rusty-minded me decided to Google the beep code on MY computer that was on next to us. After a small search we knew that indicated that a memory module wasn't placed correctly. Switched up between them. Didn't work? What to do? As a last resort, I decided to try another memory kit. But where do I get one as soon as possible? Obviously my own RAM. Decided to Google a bit more regarding RAM compatibility and speeds. My RAM fits. How amazing. Overly excited and super retarded me decided to instantly pull out the RAM sticks and smash them into my cousin's computer. And Viola. The biggest fireworks show I have ever witnessed, literally 1 foot away from my face. Burnt RAM, black Mobo, fried up PSU. What a great day to be alive. 900 down the drain. Today I messed up at my promotion meeting for a high salary position. So my boss, my manager, and 8 others being promoted were sitting around our big conference table. The meeting felt like it was taking hours and I was just waiting for someone from freaking head office to get around to reading my promotion status and shake my hand Udayada. So I, don't ask me why, started prairie dogging it. Just teasing it in and out. Shudders. And I sneezed. The worst part was I was wearing a skirt. One of those dress skirts that go down to just past your knees. I can't go back to work. Edit. Yes, I crap myself.